If you think that you're just born with a certain voice and you're stuck with it, you are completely wrong. My name is Karen from K-Clay Music. Let's jump into it. Your voice is a muscle, and you can strengthen that muscle in different types of ways to achieve a tone that you really love. I've worked with hundreds of singers, and in my experience, there's 3 main reasons why singers don't like the sound of their voice, and this is what we would do to fix them. The first reason is that you're singing out of tune. No, that does not mean that you're tone deaf. If you were tone deaf, you probably wouldn't like music very much because you wouldn't be able to hear it very well. A lot of the time I have singers who come to me saying, oh, I can't sing in tune. I think I'm completely tone deaf. And the truth is that they were trying to sing songs that were completely out of their range. And if you are just brand new to singing and maybe you didn't sing a whole lot growing up, then you might have quite a small range. But because your voice is a muscle, over time, you can strengthen it and open up your range, so a lot more songs will become available to you over time. It can be helpful to know what your range is, and I'm going to tag a video called Chart Your Range that I made in the description so that you can click that after this one and figure out exactly what your range is. And it's a quick Google search away to see what notes are in different songs to make sure that you are singing songs that are within your current range. But of course, singers aren't always completely out to lunch on their pitch. Sometimes we have a singer who's just slightly flat or singing slightly below the note, and so it doesn't sound wrong, but it doesn't quite sound right. The main reason why singers sing flat is because they're not raising their soft palate. So if you drag your tongue along the top of your mouth, at the back of your mouth, it's soft and squishy. That's your soft palate. We need to raise that up, especially when we go into higher notes, so that you can brighten your tone and avoid being flat. I'm gonna take you through a vowel bending exercise. So in this exercise, we're going to sing a 5-note major scale. And at the beginning of the scale, we're gonna start on the sound ah, but as we get to the higher notes, we're actually gonna pull it back in our mouth, raise our soft palate, and transition into an ah. So this is what it will sound like. Ah. So you can see as I got to those higher notes, I'm smiling, I'm raising that soft palate, and I'm pulling the vowel back to an ah sound. And then as we come down the scale, we're bringing it back forward to that ah again. Let's try it. If you've been learning about singing, you've probably heard about the importance of diaphragm breathing and having adequate air support. And although that stuff can be helpful, it is a little bit complex. And I find I get the best results with my singers when we just focus on having consistent airflow on the exhale. Because a lot of the time, you're taking in a great breath. You're just not letting it out in a consistent way. In this next exercise, we're gonna do a bit of a run, so it's a little bit longer, and I want you to focus on having consistent exhale the entire time. This is what it's gonna sound like. Ah, 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 ah. So this whole time we have consistent airflow. You're not going ah, 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 and letting your air come out in a patchy way. We really want to control that airflow and have it be consistent the whole time. Let's try it. And lastly, if we don't give our voice space within our sinuses and mouth to resonate, it ends up just sounding kind of dull and weak. And the best way to improve your resonance is to make more space. So we're gonna drop our jaw, drop our tongue, open our sinuses, and try to make more space, especially in the back of your mouth. In order to do this, we're gonna use an exercise using the sound gug. Gug is great because it does require you to put your tongue up at the back of your mouth. During the part of this sound, we want to make sure we're dropping our tongue to create space, and then the tongue will come back up to finish the g again. So this is what it will sound like. Gug, 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 gug. If you don't drop your jaw when you say gug, you'll likely have your tongue touching the top of the back of your mouth the whole time. Gug, 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 gug. You're not gonna like the sound of that very much because it doesn't have good resonance. So make sure you're dropping your jaw and dropping your tongue so you can really let that sound shine. All right, let's try it. Gug, 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 gug. 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 Your voice is a muscle, and so it's going to take more than one practice session in order to see considerable change in your tone. So stick around, make sure you subscribe, and check out my page. I have lots of different vocal coaching videos there. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Karen. This is K-Clay Music, and I'll see you next time.